Talk to me about your son. Tell us the story of what happened. How did your son go missing, and what are some of the circumstances surrounding it?
Well, our son disappeared back in 2005, December of 2005. After he disappeared, it took about 48 hours just to put him in as a missing person. As of this date, we have not received assistance from the FBI. We had to, in the beginning, fight the local police and the state police just to get involved in the case. My son's case is very, very challenging. He had come up with this back in December 2005, and it was circulating around the Onondaga Nation, which is a sovereign nation. And the city police has not had jurisdiction or access to go down there. It made it difficult for us to get answers.
So, just so I have you clear here, it took 48 hours for them to even declare him missing.
That's correct.
Now, again, for people who aren't familiar with this, again, 76% of abducted children who end up dying die within 3 hours of the abduction. It took them 48 to even acknowledge that he was missing. So they didn't even start looking for 48 hours.
That's correct.
And then I remember that spring when you all were attempting to get attention to the case. For a long time, you all couldn't even get the local media, forget national media, you all couldn't even get the local TV station to mention the case.
That's correct.
What were they saying to you? It's mind-boggling to me that a child could be missing and they won't help you. What were they saying to you?
Well, the local media, they kept telling us they would air my son's story around his birthday or holidays, but they began to back off of those dates because there was no new information coming in, so they stopped airing the show.
When's his birthday?
His birthday is September 2nd.
So it would have been 9 months. Even if they had done it on his birthday, he was missing in December.
That's correct.
So it would have been 9 months before they would have even acknowledged that he was missing and contributed to the help.
That's correct.
Wow.
And we also try to reach out to the national attention. We took several trips to New York City, dropped off packages to NBC, ABC, and some of the networks out there. And some of the challenges we faced with them is that they stated that African-American cases wasn't rated as high as Caucasians. So that kind of put a negative twist in this case.
I remember law enforcement, saying that maybe your son was involved in a gang, maybe Larry was involved in selling drugs. In some ways, they criminalized him too as soon as he was missing, no?
That's correct. And to this day, they have no proof of that. My son have never been arrested for anything. We just did a national show recently, and the police chief got up there and stated that they have reason to believe that he was a hold-up drug dealer. I asked them to provide me with the documentation to prove that, and they had no proof.
This is what's so stunning, and I remember, all right, the last time that your son was seen was at a basketball game, right?
That's correct.
And they did nothing to help you find him. They almost obstructed your own quest to find him. You all ended up getting a private investigator yourselves, right?
That's correct.
What did the private investigator find for you?
Well, the private investigator, once he got on the case, he had contacts down in the nation. They were able to search the area of the nation. And as a result of that, they found my son's clothing down in the nation. It was 2 years after he came up missing, and they did a DNA sample, my wife and I. And based on the climate in this area here, DNA matches. But we have pictures of my son's wearing the same clothing. I was able to identify the clothes over the phone down to the T-shirt and underclothes prior to looking.
Wow. It seemed to me that law enforcement could have done some of the work that you ended up getting a private investigator to do.
Right, but they took the credit, claiming that they found my son's clothing down in the nation, and I have documentation proving that my private investigator found the clothing.
And now you all can't even get on the reservation to get more information, right? I mean, hasn't that been another challenge?
That was a challenge, and to our last national TV show, thanks to Natalie Wilson, Derica Wilson, we were able to do a national story, and as a result of that, there were several tips that came in, and the police was able to go down and search an area in the nation. And now they have reason to believe that my son is down there at the location.
But they still haven't found they haven't located him. They haven't located anything physical, just clothing.
Just clothing, that's it.